What up, guys? Midwest Brown White Chronicles, episode 23. This is the sports section. How you guys doing this week? Hope you guys have had a pretty good last week. Like and subscribe to my videos. Please come back and hear me talk. Tell you guys some more things about what I like, what I enjoy in entertainment, sports, and the world that we live in. This week in football, in the NFL, it's been up and down and up and down. I like I talked to you guys about, it's harder and harder every week to watch ESPN, watch sports broadcasting shows when your team sucks during the NFL season. All you think is they're going to talk about how your coach should get fired, how this needs to happen, they need to do this, they need to trade everyone, they need to fire, sell, they need to do all this, and it breaks you down. It makes you feel like, why the fuck do I even like this sport? Why do I even care about football? Why does it even matter to my soul? I don't know. I just love the idea of being, I guess, important in the sport that I love the most. Who knows? Good teams are really stamping themselves right now. The Colts, 6-1, best team in the AFC right now. The Niners, the Rams, and the Seahawks right now, almost done Monday Night Football, are all going to be 5-2 in their division respectively. The Cowboys just blew out the Commanders. Even though the Commanders don't have Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel, they still blew them out, and that's still a good win. The Eagles rebounded. The Steelers, they lost. Yeah, the Steelers lost to the Bengals in the, the Unk Bowl last Thursday, Thursday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco battling it out. But the Steelers still legit. They're still 4-2. The Bengals breathed a little bit of life into themselves, but it doesn't really matter. The Lions blew out the Buccaneers today. The score doesn't tell you it's a blowout, but it was a blowout. The Lions never, ever had a doubt about losing that game. Packers, they won. The Vikings, they lost to the Eagles, but the Bears won again. They're 4-2. So we have a lot of teams that are starting to show themselves. My Dolphins losing to the worst team, of the last 20 years in the Browns, 31-6 is just an embarrassment. But again, I'm not a millionaire making all this money trying to be important, so it doesn't hurt me as much. But it sucks knowing that you love a team who cannot get out of their own way. They're all talented. They all have enough talent to win games, and yet somehow just can't find a way to just put it all together. So it does suck. We're fighting for the number one overall pick right now, basically. But yeah, in the league, early MVP front runners, you got Daniel Jones, you got Sam Darnold, you got Dak Prescott with 4 games of 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. Aaron Rodgers looks amazing. Mac Jones for the Niners is looking really good. And I know he's injured, but he's playing out of his mind. Matthew Stafford's playing out of his mind. Jalen Hurts, for all the talk, is playing out of his mind. Patrick Mahomes doing Patrick Mahomes things, and now he's got his whole band back together. So look out for them. Just one of those things where I still don't like trying to give definitives. I'm not some sports anchor on ESPN or Fox Sports or NFL Network who wants to sit here and be like, this team is going to the playoffs, they're done, stick a fork in them. You don't. The law of averages states that for every moment that we're excited as fans with teams that only have 2 losses, only have 1 loss, remember that it's going to happen inevitably. 1 of these teams, 2 of these teams, 3 of these teams, hell, even 4 of these teams will look really good right now, and they will forget how to win football games in the next month. They talk about it all the time. It's cool to look good in September and October in the NFL season. Games really matter in November and December. And I watched it happen with my Dolphins 2 years ago. For as good as we looked in September and October, we were 8-3 going into November. We shit the bed. Lost 5 out of our last 6, I'm pretty sure, and then we ended up losing first round in the playoffs. It happens every single year. You got more than a few teams that look super good right now. I'm not going to call any teams out specifically, but I think to myself, the Colts being 6-1 in the AFC South is a really beautiful record. Something still feels a little off about that. Even the NFC West, where the Niners, with all their injuries, are 5-2. The Rams, with all their injuries, are 5-2. And the Seahawks are probably the most legit team. They're 5-2. But I don't believe in Sam Darnold, even though I'm a USC fan and I love him. I know that if pressure starts to get to him, he forgets how to be a great quarterback. So there's still questions around all the teams. But I mean, it's the NFL. What team doesn't have questions? What team isn't happy about the record but still thinking there are causes for concern? There are moments where you could push back and pause because everything looks good right now, but don't always look at things in rose-colored glasses because warts will start to show themselves more and more. They talk about it in the NFL season, the NBA season, even the Major League Baseball season. Don't pretend that we're all healthy as can be when we get to the end of the season. Come into November, December, players are going to be banged up. Players are going to be hurt. Concussions, injuries, ankle injuries, hamstring, shoulder injury, all those things start to pop up more and more throughout the season. So when we get to the back part of the season, you kind of see what teams are really made to withstand this kind of physical abuse, if you would, for football. And we'll see. I don't have hope anymore for this season personally as a football fan for my team, but I love football and I'm always excited to see parity in the NFL. So my only hope at this point now is that the Chiefs or the Eagles don't win the Super Bowl because they've been the last two most dominant teams in the NFL. So I would love it if a random wildcard team came in and won like the Rams did in 2021 or the Eagles did in 2018 before they were good like they are now when they ran the table and got to the Super Bowl and won against Tom Brady. I want parity. I want two different teams in the AFC Championship. I'd love to see Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson in the AFC Championship and see one of them finally get to the big dance. But I just don't know how far it goes with hoping that those kind of things happen because the Chiefs are rounding back into form. We still know teams who are going to stand up when the moment's right. I don't really put too much stock in not believing in teams that I know are good. So coaching matters. Defense 100% matters. Offense is important, but right now I think it'd be so much more valuable to have a good defense keeping you in games and an offense is able to close games. So right now the NFL season is definitely in the middle. We're almost dead in the middle, and so I get excited thinking about right after Halloween. It kind of gets to a different tone for NFL players where the stakes are higher. You're going into the holidays where they're going to have a big focus on which teams are here to win, which teams are here to tank for next year's draft. So it's like a put up or shut up kind of moment here in the next few weeks, and I'm excited for it because hopefully maybe teams that aren't good right now can get some juice and make a run at the end of the year. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, it's NFL talk for this week. Nothing too crazy, nothing too controversial either. The Broncos with their 33-point comeback is probably the coolest thing I saw all week. They're 5-2 also, but Bo Nix, I watched that game yesterday, and Bo Nix worries me because for every moment he has good moments with his legs and everything, it's like he needs to settle himself down and breathe, but he gets a little too antsy, a little too gung-ho with his decision-making, and he's one of the first quarterbacks I've ever seen actively do like a jump shot throw. Like he'll jump in the air and throw a ball. I've never seen that before Bo Nix, and he does it a lot to like get torque on the throw or something. It's crazy, and he does it, and it works sometimes, but not a lot. So it was still impressive to see them score 33 points in the fourth quarter and really make that comeback happen because the Giants, it felt like, let that game go because they felt like they weren't meant to be in a game with that good of a team, but they really should have won that game. And to watch the Broncos make that comeback, that was one of one. I've never seen a comeback like that, barring Tom Brady's 28-3 comeback. That was a 32 to that was a 24-0 ass score, bro. Like that's diabolical. Good job on the Broncos for coming back. So that was really cool. College football, Miami lost. My USC Trojans lost to Notre Dame. Georgia almost lost to Ole Miss, but they ended up beating Ole Miss. Ohio State ran the table. Alabama ran the table. Vanderbilt won again. LSU lost to Vanderbilt. OU won. No important teams really lost in the rankings this week. A lot of them stayed the same. USC against Notre Dame was a really cool game, but we don't have the coach. I like Lincoln Riley, but don't believe he has the it factor to win championships. He's got the it factor to be a fun coach to talk about and have a really cool offense, but he doesn't put it together to make the team really believe in him as a whole. So, yeah, we'll probably not be ranked for the rest of the year, but it is what it is. I'm not too hurt about it. No team's really shining really big in college football right now, and again, this is like a conversation because of the 12-team playoff. No longer do we have to focus so hard on the best four teams. It's like lose 1 or 2 games but have a really good strength of schedule and FPI for the power index for football, you'll have a really good chance of making it into the playoff over a team that goes 12-0 but doesn't win anything, doesn't beat anybody important. So it's kind of the middle ground right now. The CFP officially starts releasing their rankings first week of November, so we're getting closer to seeing where they think and where they view teams at. I'm excited to see that. I'll get way more into talking about college football when those come out, when those lists come out, so I get to really talk about it and see why they're making certain things as they are. But yeah, college football is kind of going as it is. It's no longer as desperate of a conversation when a team loses their first game or their second game. It's like lose 2 games but win really good games, you'll be fine. Lose 1 game against a really good team and then run the table, you're going to be golden. Like, no worries at all. So we'll see how it unfolds. Keep going. A random baseball note, NLCS just ended 2 days ago. ALCS ended today, actually. Seattle Mariner fans, I feel bad for you. Anybody who watches this, if you're a Seattle Mariners fan, my heart's with you, brother or sister, because I am a Padres fan and we just don't know how to win anything important either. We've been to this World Series 1 time and lost that shit, so I know the pain of never feeling the actual win of winning a pennant, and I am right there with you guys. It is so sad that you guys had it right there and just couldn't close out. Those moments are what are most unfortunate, because Julio Rodriguez had to be the last out after being a hero for most of the offseason, or most of the postseason, sorry. It's going to be Blue Jays and Dodgers in the World Series. Early money's on the Dodgers just because they have the star power. Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, Will Smith, Teoscar Hernandez. They got stars. But if any team could match them with firepower, it'd probably be the Blue Jays. Vlad Guerrero, George Springer. They got some hitters on that team, and I think that it could be a good World Series depending on how good the first 2 games look. If the Dodgers can get out to a 2-0 lead, it's already sold and it's already packing it up and being done. I think the Blue Jays have not won a World Series either, so this is their opportunity to get their first one. So we'll see how it goes, but early money's on the Dodgers in 6, but we'll see how it goes. Baseball season is so damn long, it's never worth talking about for that long. Just if you follow baseball, we're at the end of the season and we have 4 months until it comes back. So it is what it is. I'm not a Dodgers fan, I'm a Padres fan, so I hurt when the Dodgers get there, but they're the best team in baseball and they have been. Spend all the money you want, talk all you want. Their manager does the job, their front office does the job. They have players who commit and buy in, so they're doing it, so we can't say anything. And I just hope that they get humbled in the World Series, but my money is not putting on something that I don't think is going to happen, because the Dodgers are that damn good. So, yeah. All right, guys, this has been Midwest Brown Boy Chronicles, episode 22. I am your Midwest Brown Boy, Jalen Brownfield, signing off. You guys have a good week. I will talk to you guys next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. Please come back. Give me a chance. And if you already have, thank you so much. I hope to make you happy again. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.